Hey y'all, it's Kasim with Solutions 8, and to be honest with you, I can't believe I'm about to record the video that I'm about to record. What I'm going to say to you is a complete contradiction to everything that I've ever said. And as a matter of fact, I just shot a major course on Google Ads that I wanted to roll out, but now I have to pause on because I need to make major changes given this new update. So if you don't mind, we'll take a moment of silence for my integrity. Now that that's gone out the window. Google rolled out an update recently advising advertisers to use broad match and smart bidding. I'm going to say it again. They told us to use broad match, and smart bidding. And this isn't unusual, by the way, for Google, because every, 9 to 18 months they come out and tell us to use broad match keywords. Again, it's the default in the Google Ads Builder. For some reason, they think that they can make it work. And every single time they do that, we try it, it fails miserably, and everybody's up in arms, and then we go back to doing the things that we know work. What's interesting is we tested it this time, and we test it every time, because I know I'm not right 100% of the time. What is it? I read a really phenomenal quote. I think it came from Richard Feynman, but he says that science is the belief in the ignorance of the experts. So, if we want to treat Google Ads and the data science that we're participating in as a science, then we need to believe in the ignorance of our expertise. And so we tested this out. Started less than a month ago, I think. And what's interesting is, our campaign, and we tested it for ourselves personally before we rolled it out to any of our clients, and our campaign started showing significant signs of life. Not only did our cost per lead drop, but we saw an influx in leads where in areas previous there was limited traffic, and anecdotally, the lead quality is either as good or a little better, which is nuts. And this is using broad match. It's broad match, which is crazy, blows my mind. So we started rolling out to a couple of handful of clients, and we let them know, like, this is a test. It's probably going to fail miserably, but it worked for us. We want to try it for you, and do you trust us? And they said yes, and it worked for them too. So now I believe that we have it in queue for over a dozen clients, and we're going to begin making this a standard operating procedure to test for every new inbound client that we work with. I don't believe that this is going to be the ubiquitous truth. I think that there are going to be some exceptions. But especially for clients in traditional markets that Google has had enough data to learn, meaning if your client's not selling something like really obscure or brand new or whatever, I strongly recommend at least trying this. You're trying broad match with smart bidding. Now, this is the point that I wanted to make too, and this is kind of the point of the video, is this isn't just straight broad match. The magic here isn't in Google's broad match. It's in, I think, and this is very black boxy, so a lot of this I'm making up, but I'm just trying to reverse engineer what it is that we're seeing from a success perspective. I think the magic comes from the smart bidding, or in the combination of those two things. What Google's doing with broad match is, instead of thinking in phrases, it's now thinking categorically. And then with smart bidding, it's aligning those categories with conversion success and the potential identification of behavioral intent. And so it's basically taking, like, okay, here's the category of topic that somebody might be interested in. Here are the things that somebody can do, and then it's slowly kind of merging those together in a campaign type that's working. It's working pretty well. I would anticipate this requiring a significant amount of oversight in the very beginning, especially watching your search terms, especially now that Google's limiting search terms. And by the way, I have another video on this, but the fact that they want us to use broad match and they took search terms away, like, total slap in the face. You know what I mean? They're sharpening two ends of the blade and sticking the whole thing in us. It was a bad analogy. But so this is what I wanted to share with you is the broad match with smart bidding is working. I have a feeling that John is going to be shooting a video on some of the specific case studies that we have to present. If he doesn't, I will at some point. But I wanted to share with you that's working. But the key here is you can't just use broad match. Obviously, we have to use Google Smart Bidding because it's that combination that is really making things work. I've got an article that I'm going to share with you too. A member of our staff, Colin, shout out to Colin, found this, and I think it's just a good read on this topic. So I'll link to that in the description. If you liked the video and you found it of value, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see me every day. Hit me in the comments if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or confessions. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.